day 2 here at Advertising Week New York, and we got a hot one for you. We got Chuck Welch, we got Eric Dean of Stitcher, Valerie De La Rosa, Raymond Roker, and CP McBee, all coming at you on Future Boutique. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Future Boutique, presented by Microsoft. We are here with our day 2 coverage at Advertising Week New York. I'm your host, Jeffrey Colon, and I'm joined here with my co-host and intrepid correspondent, Jillian Lax. Jillian, how you doing?
Feeling pretty intrepid right now.
So, day 1, what did you take in on the first day here?
I got lit.
You got lit.
That's right. I went to the 10 a.m. session, Get Lit, Marketing to Gen Z.
Oh, wow. What'd you learn about marketing to 86 million Gen Zers?
All of the things. I'm still processing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
All the things.
Oh, wow.
All of the things.
All right, well,
Super lit.
well,
Super lit.
We got a great show for you today. We are going to be joined by Eric Dean, CEO of Stitcher. He's going to talk about voice. We have Valerie De La Rosa of Trend Innovation Lab. She's going to be here to present some really cool trends for us. We have Raymond Roker, who is the head of brand studios at AEG, talking about the next wave of experiential marketing. And we're going to have a very special guest, our colleague at Microsoft, CP McBee, winner of the 2018 AdColor Award. And of course, a big thing to note here, Jillian, is that this is the first year Advertising Week is under one roof. And except for this event, the Female Quotient, which is across the street, but I haven't been able to get away from the set because I've been busy here, so.
You want me to take that off your hands? I'd gladly pop over there. I'm dressed like you. I can just pretend and learn from the pro. I'll pop on over there. Sound good?
I would love that. Thank you so much.
I'll take that hard work from you.
Well, earlier we spoke with Chuck Welch, who is the head of strategy at Rupture Studios. Let's take a look at what Chuck had to say. We're here with Chuck Welch from Rupture Studios. Chuck and I know each other really well from LinkedIn.
From LinkedIn?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you because you're very passionate about the fact that there's a lot of discussion here at Advertising Week on diversity.
You're gonna get me in trouble, man.
I don't want to get you in trouble, but I mean, what's missing from this event?
What's missing is the fact that I see a huge gap because the industry, as long as I've been in it almost about 20 years, has been focused on bringing entry-level people into the business, and that's a very good thing. Miami Ad School, VCU Ad Center, it's great. But I think there are two big challenges that we see in advertising. First of all, those people often don't have mentorship when they come into the business, and they don't matriculate into the C-suite to become those future leaders who can bring more people up through the ranks. So you have a revolving cycle that I've seen. Young people come to the business, young people leave the business. And the people at the top remain the same people for the last 20 years, right?
You came from the music industry. Why should we be looking for people who are outside this industry to be part of this industry?
I think because ignorance is bliss, man. It's like our job is, I'm a strategist, and what we do is we help clients connect to culture, but a lot of that is understanding the way the world moves, right? Problem solving is not germane to advertising.
No.
People in music solve problems, people in technology solve problems, people in science and journalism, all these different other industries solve problems and understand how to communicate. So I think you can learn how to work with clients and how to solve problems coming from a different field into the ad business. Like I said, I came from music business early in my career and working in entertainment marketing. There's no way to do this. There's no grid. There's no path to solving problems and helping to create value for clients. You learn it when you come in. So even the notion of what is training when the world is always moving. By the time you train, things have moved on. So it's people with agile minds who are open to change, who get off on solving problems and being creative. And that is not, like I said, that's not germane to the ad biz. So bring those people in if you want different perspectives.
Yeah, love your point of view. Thanks for joining us here on Future Boutique. We're back here on Future Boutique with our continuing coverage of Advertising Week New York. I'm joined by Valerie De La Rosa, VP of Innovation at Trend Innovation Lab.
Hey
How
there.
are you?
Great, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Innovation's a big topic we love to talk about, so I was really happy to get you on board.
Yeah.
So what are you spotting now that everyone will be talking about 6 or 7 months from now?
Part of my practice is really around looking at the outliers before they are mainstream. So what I'm really looking at is I'm looking at the pockets of, I'm trying to recognize patterns. And so what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing things like nap studios that are happening. I'm seeing this idea that we're trying to find ways to synthesize kind of this national anxiety that we're all feeling right now through these experiences. So the pop-up is, it's there and it's being done. But what we're really looking at is what are these kind of things from nostalgia that we're seeing come up that we're trying to create the experiences around. And naps is one of those.
Naps. Now, naps is an interesting one because the modern workplace has always been about this open framework, which is noisy, could be chaotic in some respects. Do you think that the nap trend is, as a result of that, a way for people to sort of escape from that and then do their best work?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is we are so connected to our devices that we are seeking these mini sessions of digital detoxing.
What are you seeing in maybe like fashion or work environments or even like transportation, things that, are sort of catching your eye?
Yeah, in fashion, I think what we're seeing is this idea that there's like this democratization of ugliness. You're seeing it happen with the grandpa sneaker trend, right?
Yes, I was just going to bring that up. Yes.
Yeah, so this idea.
The Skechers of 2001. Yes.
We're so over aestheticized on all these platforms, on Pinterest, on Instagram, and this idea of perfection that we seek to find ways to break it. It's almost as if we've learned what the pinnacle and the premiumness of fashion is, and then we break it through the ugliness. So I bought these extremely ugly pink, like Pepto pink Reeboks maybe about 2 years ago, and I just liked them. I thought they were weird, and now I have friends that are saying, can I buy them? I know they're like your thing, like can you buy them? And to me, that then signals I no longer want them anymore.
Yeah. All right, final question for you.
Yeah.
What's the one trend really top of mind for you personally that you're really loving?
I'm really passionate about the future of cities. And the trend that I'm really interested in is how a city like New York can be able to use AI and getting ahead of AI, which I know is a lot of what you talk about as well, but really being able to kind of create a branding campaign around it in the city as well as a role model nationally for cities of getting ahead of it and really how do we create, how do we upskill all of these people? I think it's a huge opportunity for more human work. And that's the one thing I'm really excited about is AI and cities and how cities will work in the future.
Awesome. Valerie De La Rosa, Trend Innovation Lab, VP of Innovation. Thanks for joining me on Future Boutique.
Thank you so much.
That was Valerie De La Rosa, who works for Trend Innovation Lab, and Jillian. She had some interesting trends. Smart cities. She also talked about napping pod.
Conceptually, I'm into the whole napping thing, but practically that's not how I would use it. I'd use my napping pod for secret eating. Have you ever tried to eat an apple in an open floor plan?
Oh yeah, it's
Have
loud.
you ever had to listen to someone else eat an apple in an open floor plan? So I would secret eat there all day, and I would outsource it to other secret eaters for apples.
Now, earlier today, you went to across the street to the Female Quotient.
I did. That was nice.
I wasn't able to go to that. I want to learn. I want to hear more.
Well, you're going to be so jealous. I can't tell you. I think we should just take a look. Do you want to take a look?
I'd love to take a look.
Your energy is just dumping off on me.
I didn't tell him this. We just met. I love him though.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here at the Girls Lounge at the Female Quotient for Advertising Week. About to do a tour of the sugar factory. It's going to be really strenuous, really difficult stuff. I took it off your hands for you as a favor. Thank me later.
Did you know that in the United States, for every dollar a man makes, a woman only makes 79 cents?
Can I have 21 cents? Make it fair? So Jeff, if you're wondering what's happening today while you're doing all your serious interviews and going to all your content sessions, I wouldn't quite say I'm playing hooky, but I'm over in the Female Quotient where they give you very healthy food. They powder you. They have beautiful floral arrangements. They flatter you like nobody's business. And they hydrate you and give you lots of water. Not that I need it, but all the hydration. So I multitask. I'm having my healthy lunch, and I'm also listening to all these fabulous panelists. One of everything is the hardest part of the day. Oh. How many people does it take to operate a candy machine?
Our continuing coverage of Future Boutique here at Advertising Week, New York, 2018. I'm joined by the head of AEG Studios, Raymond Roker, and the founder of Herb, for those who can remember what Herb is.
They're music bands. If they were around for more than the last 5 years, they might know what Herb was. And it was a almost 20-year publication, lifestyle vehicle for underground music, dance music, hip hop, all through the 90s and well into the late 2000s.
Now, we're on this sort of second or maybe even third wave of experiential.
Yeah.
Things are cyclical. You've been involved in a lot of things. You helped Scion launch almost like a lifestyle brand 20 years ago. What are some things that you're seeing now that, are interesting in terms of, experiential being used by a lot of brands?
I hadn't calculated that it was nearly 20 years ago, but I guess 2000 was nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was funny, like when I look back on what we were doing with Scion and I look at sort of what experiential marketing meant, what culture marketing was, or culture affinity building was, I think the thing that's different today is only in the sense of technology, right? And tools and use of data, the ability to kind of move through creation of content with such lightweight toolkits. But in terms of like the mission and sort of what you were going for and how to pair up a product or an idea with a scene and a community is all the same. Like the mission, I'm still on the same mission.
With concert experiences, we've seen a lot with the use of augmented reality. It's almost like we need to sort of move beyond just people going and filming with their phones. Where do you see experiential mixing with the concert experience?
There's a real churning of new approaches to making things more immersive, and I think that the future holy grail is creating at-home experiences, just like people's at-home movie experiences no longer are dependent even on the screen size. It's really about how good the story is and how it takes you there, and we've trained ourselves to now look at small screens and be content with that, and enjoy that experience even. But now I see that once we get to the live, take the live threshold and bring that also for at home or on the road or wherever, which is obviously starting to happen in areas like sports and whatnot. But I think in time you're going to see live music events go even further, and obviously that's already starting to happen with streaming and webcasts and whatnot.
Now, brand integration, in terms of events or experiences, if we look at the past almost 50 years, a lot of it's been signage or sampling.
Yeah.
And maybe people are immune to that, or maybe it still works. But what do you see really on the edge in terms of brand integration at a lot of these events?
Our industry is being challenged to go deeper, and I think that whether it's through content or it's through experiential or an activation that is really maybe solving or surprising and delighting, as the industry likes to say, in a way that's like not adding to the clutter, not giving anybody one more thing to like binge, but like actually enhancing an already existing experience, right? Getting them into the event quicker, like upgrading their tickets, making their food pre-orderable.
How do event producers think more about accessibility so that we're opening up events pretty much to anybody?
There could be 50,000 people on your property, but there could be 500,000 people that would sure as heck pay a smaller amount, or maybe like pay through data or pay through participation or attention that you could also bring into the fold. So I think accessibility, for me at least, is about looking at how do we bring our events to a wider, at home, not on site, not on premises viewer.
Love it. Raymond Roker, head of AEG Studios. Thanks for joining us here on Future Boutique. Yeah,
Thanks
you too.
for having me.
So my name is CP McBee. Yes, that's my real name. I've been at Microsoft now for 11 and a half years. Before I worked at Microsoft, I came from a background where I would have never really necessarily expected Microsoft to be interested in me. And I was very much suffering from imposter syndrome in the beginning, thinking, okay, I'll be lucky to last a year and add this to my resume. But I really wanted to do well. And I worked hard, and I had the support of people who believed in me. And I've always led with the philosophy that diverse teams perform better. And I've always said that a team of 8 CPs is the very worst team that you can imagine. We're never going to be coming up with new ideas or pushing each other. When you have people from different backgrounds, ethnically, racially, from different walks of life, different cultures, you find a richness of conversation, dialogue, and people pushing each other in ways that can take you to places you couldn't imagine. AdColor is, I would describe it as the glue that holds diversity and inclusion together across tech and advertising. When I was presented with my award, it was in front of 1,100 people at an award show, which is absolutely incredible to see. I remember not being able to see the back of the room. It was so big, and being just so overwhelmed and overjoyed with how far it had gotten. Because I would say, really, for the first 7 or 8 years, I spent a lot of time on the sidelines, and I've also looked inside myself to see what was there and what I could do to really raise the bar, and I found something that I really wanted to carry forward. And so I feel incredibly honored to have won the award that I did. It's the first award that Microsoft has won at AdColor. So this is the award. We won this on the first night. It felt absolutely amazing to get the award. I was able to kind of raise this one proud for Microsoft.
And he's here, the 2018 AdColor in Tech Award winner, CP McBee, my colleague at Microsoft. You're here, you've been speaking on a number of panels on diversity and inclusion. What are some things you're trying to get across to the audiences here on Ad Advertising Week about this topic?
The thing that I'm trying to get across is a real sense of humility about the challenges and the struggles we've had, and how we've learned from those experiences and grown. I mean, diversity and inclusion is incredibly complex and difficult to do right. But one thing I think for sure you have to do to make sure you're making a difference is to be really clear about who you are and what you intend to drive. And that's kind of what we were missing in the beginning as it related to Embrace, the initiative specifically that I run. We were kind of trying to make everybody happy, and in a way making nobody happy. And when we really clarified our name, our mission, and based our initiatives on those things, we were able to really make a difference and decrease the sense of loneliness, and really create more diversity and inclusion within Microsoft advertising.
Well, awesome. Congrats again on the award. Great to have you here on Future Boutique. That was a great piece on our Microsoft colleague CP McBee, and recent AdColor award winner.
He's been doing really, really great work on the D&I front, so super proud of that.
Now, tomorrow, our final episode, episode 3 here at Advertising Week New York, we got a great lineup. We have David Shing, also known as Shingy, the digital prophet at Oath. Who else do we
We
have?
have Christy Olson, very excited, our search evangelism guru. Very, very good one there.
We also have Sean Halter, who will be joining us to talk about CMO Suite podcast. We have John Lombardo of LinkedIn. He's going to be doing a really interesting piece for us. And Carrie Flynn of Digiday, who's gone to every session here and written about 9 pieces, is going to tell us pretty much the theme of Advertising Week. Now, Jillian, what do you plan to check out on day 3?
Well, I'm a suck up, so I'm going to go to your panel for augmented reality, obviously.
Okay.
But I have a few side jobs I've picked up here because you're not the boss of me. So I have a couple of side hustles going on, so I'll be a little bit busy. But I will go to the panel first, but then TBD.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us on socials at Bing Ads. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Hashtag Bing Ads.
Who can I help with the beverage? Sweeter situation over there. What kind of coffee would you like? All the olives. Oh, the Greek food. Have you tried the Greek lunch? The Greek lunch.